Today on Good Morning Maine, one man is dead following a terrible collision with a big rig in Newburgh.
Plus, we'll hear what Belfast is doing to make life easier for people who use wheelchairs.
And a chainsaw artist is creating an incredible sculpture that's turning a lot of heads in Searsport. Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. Boy, that sculpture really is kind of cool down there. It's of Poseidon, and we'll show you that a little bit later on. But first, to check that forecast, looking like, boy, just a perfect summer day today. Temperatures will get up into the low 80s. It's going to be a sunny day, and that's what we'll have right into the weekend.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. On this Thursday, our focus is turning more toward Hurricane Erin as we're going to feel some effects along the coast with small craft advisories and high surf advisories posted, both expiring at 2 p.m. as we head towards your Saturday. So please be careful if you're going to be along the coast. If you're going to be inland, you're not really going to notice the system much at all. But meanwhile, our radar and satellite very quiet inland this morning as some clouds are over the ocean, but again inland we're very quiet as we do start things off. But there's Hurricane Erin, and that's where these clouds are coming from. A lot of fanfare with the system, some lightning out there, and some other areas seeing some fanfare, but again for us not looking too bad as we do start things off. Futurecast for us today, some clouds to the north, but for us a lot of sunshine, some clouds from Hurricane Erin to the south, but again for us we're looking pretty good. So for today, we have low 80s under a mostly sunny sky and a southeast wind at about 5 miles per hour. For tonight, we have upper 40s under a mostly clear sky and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, we have lower 80s, mostly sunny, and that north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The hourly forecast, lots of sunshine today with temperatures warming into the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
Thank you, Devin. We'll have a look at that 5-day a little later on. First up this morning, one person was killed on Wednesday during a collision between a sports car and a tractor-trailer truck in Newburgh. Witnesses say the car suddenly crossed the center line before colliding head-on with the truck. Our Kelly Warren has the details.
It was reported that a tractor-trailer truck that is loaded had struck a sport car head-on here on Route 69.
Just before noon Wednesday, a man was killed in a car crash on Carmel Road North in Newburgh. Police say a 2014 Porsche sedan was traveling west when it crossed the center line along a curve in the road. The sedan collided with a Volvo tractor-trailer that was hauling junk metal. The driver of the sedan was pronounced dead at the scene. A dog who was in the vehicle with him also passed away during transport to a local veterinarian.
There is one fatality in the sports car. The lone occupant of the truck was treated, but it's fine. The investigation is still underway. It would be inappropriate for us to release any names or additional information about the vehicles exactly, as we're trying to make sure that we reach out to all family members.
The tractor-trailer left the roadway after the crash and struck a residential garage, causing damage. The owner of the home declined to speak on camera, but stated that the force of the impact drove his garage off of its foundation.
The reconstruction portion has been completed. But it is going to take some time to remove the tractor-trailer truck.
And it did take several hours for that cleanup to be completed. The road reopened just after 8:30 p.m., a little over 8.5 hours after the crash occurred. Underground wires near where the 18-wheeler ended up, as well as a small fuel spill, kept crews busy. In Newburgh, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, in other news this morning, a Garland woman accused of the April murder of her sister in Heartland pleaded not guilty in court yesterday. According to court documents, 78-year-old Velma Withy was found at her Heartland residence in the driveway with a fatal gunshot wound or wounds to the head. Her sister, 69-year-old Bonnie Coombs, was arrested in June in connection with the death after authorities secured a warrant in May to search Coombs' property in relation to the alleged murder.
Mandatory sentence of 25 years if convicted.
How you plead to this charge?
Not guilty.
Okay, so not guilty is pleaded.
He's discussed possible dates for the next court appearance. Coombs is now expected to be back in court in September.
A woman from Palmyra has been charged with conspiracy to commit a robbery as part of an ongoing murder investigation. 33-year-old Jacqueline McClure was indicted by a Somerset County grand jury this month and was arraigned on Wednesday. McClure entered a not guilty plea. Authorities say the robbery charge is linked to the murder of Jaquan Humphreys. He was found shot to death at a home on Madawaska Road on March 12th. According to the Morning Sentinel, McClure had provided information about the home to those who planned to commit a robbery there and also provided a vehicle for them to use. No one has been charged with the actual murder of Humphreys. The case remains under investigation.
Bangor police hope the public will help them catch a burglar who broke into a local home. Authorities have released surveillance photos from Bangor area businesses that captured the suspects on tape. They show 2 males and 1 female who have been identified as persons of interest in the case. Police haven't released details about the burglaries themselves, but hope the public will recognize them and give them a call. If you can help, contact Officer Samantha Ellis at 947-7384. Anonymous tips can also be left on the Bangor PD app or on the tip line at 947-7382, extension number 3.
Police are asking for the public's help identifying a man and a woman believed to be involved in a theft at a popular restaurant. Our Alex Schley has more.
Around 8:30 Tuesday night, Morgan Honey, a waitress at Costa's restaurant in Brewer, says this woman went into an employee area and stole her purse. This surveillance video from the restaurant captured the incident.
They gave me their cash. It was weird because they were standing around kind of when I was like cashing them out. And then, yeah, I got busy. I saw the tail end of her leaving, and then I just had this gut feeling. And I went back and looked around, and sure enough, my purse was gone.
Honey says she realized her purse was missing within seconds.
A bunch of people looked. There was regulars there that went out and tried to find her and stuff, but they were gone when we got out there.
Nearby business owners say the woman is not new to the area. Shortly before the theft at Costa's, the accused woman can be seen here entering the Cozy Inn, where this picture was taken, and the accused woman signed this piece of paper before she and the suspected man left in a white pickup truck.
He had face tattoos all over. He had tattoos all over his body, and he was wearing a backwards hat, but his hair was like shaved on the sides, and then his hair, like in the middle, I guess, was blonde.
Honey says along with her purse, she lost thousands of dollars in cash, her car keys, and personal banking information. Brewer police responded to the incident.
All I'm aware of is that it was a theft of a purse. We're not considering it a purse snatching, it was a theft. And it was called in almost immediately.
Anyone with additional information is urged to call Brewer police. In Brewer, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A larger aircraft will begin serving the Presque Isle International Airport. The statement says JetBlue will begin service there with an Airbus 220 on September 2nd.
According to the statement, Presque Isle has never had a plane with this many seats regularly serve the airport. They say more seats means JetBlue can keep the fares low and offer more people a chance to get away in enhanced comfort.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, the time now is 6:08. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, we'll sit down with the singer of an eclectic band, that's getting ready to hit the stage again here in Maine.
But first, another look at your forecast. Today will be a great day. Mostly sunny skies with highs near 80 degrees. Tonight will be mostly clear with lows dropping down to the upper 40s. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, highs near 82. We'll be right back.
All across America.
Good morning. Good morning.
Wherever we are, it feels like home.
Man, it's good to be home.
GMA, it's an invitation to come together and brighten your morning.
This place wasn't our first choice.
Yeah, we made offers on like 3 or 4 other places. But all of that changed when we got pre-approved with the County Federal Credit Union. We applied entirely online.
It was so easy.
From application to moving day, count on the county to get you home faster.
So yeah, this home might not have been our first choice.
But the county was our best choice.
The County Federal Credit Union Online Mortgage. Local to the last step. CountyFCU.org.
A small gift shop on Vinyl Haven is attracting craft enthusiasts of all kinds, thanks in part to the shop's owner and his love of pirates.
We wanted him to have a place that had meaningful employment.
We'll take you to Zach's Shack, Monday on ABC 7 News at 6.
Half-off deals are waiting for you at foxbangor.com.
It's your chance to win at home all summer long.
It's Wheels Summer of Winning. Let's go! We're giving you at home chances to win amazing prizes.
Fan Fridays, Mystery 10K,
vacations, cash,
and so much wheel.
Weekdays at 7 on ABC 7.
Each fall before referendum elections, the Secretary of State's office publishes a citizen's guide to that referendum election, which contains the exact wording for each question voters will face, and also an explanation. Also in that guide are comments from the public on each question, and the deadline to submit your comments for possible publication in this year's guide, it's also fast approaching. Any individual, corporation, political action committee, or other organization may file public comments in support of or in opposition to a ballot measure for publication in that guide. The Secretary of State's Division of Elections allows for up to 6 commentary submissions on each referendum question, 3 in support and 3 in opposition. This year, voters will decide on 2 citizen initiatives on the November 4th ballot, one that involves multiple changes to Maine election laws, and another pertaining to gun control and the seizure of weapons. Ballot measure public comments are limited to 300 words or less and must be accompanied by a completed application form and a fee. They must be submitted electronically and filed with the Secretary of State by 5 p.m. on August 26th.
The city of Belfast is working on ways to better host people who need to use wheelchairs. Former mayor and city councilor Mike Hurley says the city has tennis courts and all kinds of sports facilities for people who can use them, but they don't have a lot to offer for folks in a wheelchair. Hurley says he wants to change that. He's working on a plan to add a wheelchair-accessible swing to the Belfast Harbor Walk.
I'm now talking with a lot of people who are either in wheelchairs or have family in wheelchairs, and they are really excited. So we don't want this isn't going to happen next year. We want to get this done.
The town of Dexter already has a wheelchair swing, and Hurley says he's consulting with them, as well as the Belfast City Council. They're raising money to support a wheelchair swing along the Belfast Harbor Walk with a GoFundMe. You can find a link in this story on our website, foxbangor.com.
And a staple on the Maine music scene for decades is getting ready to take the stage here again. The band Asleep at the Wheel will be performing at the Criterion Theater in Bar Harbor on next Wednesday. Yesterday, we sat down with lead singer Ray Benson about the upcoming show. The band has been performing for 55 years, and they've been coming to Maine for 40 years. Multiple albums worth of music later, they're still going strong with their eclectic style.
It's based in a music called Western Swing, which was developed in the Texas, Oklahoma, and the Midwest in the 20s, 30s, 40s. And we've just updated it to include, our experiences. It is a high energy show, and hopefully we'll get the audience clapping and standing up.
Well, tickets are still available for the August 27th show and can be purchased at the door. They will be debuting their new album as well. Asleep at the Wheel, they won a Grammy back in the day. I don't remember their hit, but they had a couple of hits back then. I think it was in the 90s. And they were really, like he said, just a really electric group, too.
Cool.
Should be entertaining.
Yeah, nice to always support those old theaters as well, too.
Yeah.
The Criterion almost wasn't able to reopen this season.
Really?
But they were able to, and they have a packed set list of cool folks like this.
Yeah, and you got to go out there and take advantage of them.
If you want it to continue.
Keep it going. Yeah.
Right. All right, the time now is 6:14. After the break, the latest on Hurricane Erin as it stirs up the seas, even up here in Maine. We'll hear what the concerns are.
Plus, your local weather forecast straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
Americans elected Republicans on the promise of lower costs and more choices.
President Trump is already making America more affordable. Now, Congress has to do its part by extending the tax credits working families use to afford their health care. If they don't, premiums will double, families will lose coverage, and Republicans will lose in 2026. Senator Collins, keep your promise. Protect our health care, our GOP majorities, and our premium tax credits.
Would you or your organization like to stay informed about current full-time job openings at ABC7 and Fox 22? Email us at tv7jobs@wvii.com or write to us at 371 Target Industrial Circle, Bangor, Maine 04401, and we'll gladly add you to our list. ABC7 and Fox 22 are proud to be equal opportunity employers.
Hi, I'm Tony Hafford from TC Hafford Basement Systems, the all things basement-y company. Basement waterproofing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. Since 1991, over 15,000 Maine homeowners have trusted TC Hafford Basement Systems to fix their basements. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basement-y.
Now to Hurricane Erin, stirring up rough seas along the entire East Coast.
Conditions are getting worse this morning, with the North Carolina Outer Banks preparing to bear the brunt of the storm. Erin is 700 miles wide, and it could still intensify in size and strength, fueling coastal flooding and life-threatening rip currents.
ABC's Rihanna Nally has the latest.
Overnight conditions deteriorating along the East Coast as Hurricane Erin churns closer to shore. The storm's outer bands hitting North Carolina's Outer Banks. Dangerous surf crashing ashore, threatening homes and businesses.
We do have a number of threatened oceanfront structures. These are houses that no longer have a protective dune in front of them. They're very vulnerable to the waves, to the high surf.
The high swells flowing over this dune and flooding Highway 12, the main road running the length of the islands. A portion of it closed down overnight. North Carolina's governor pre-positioning swift water rescue teams and National Guard troops, urging drivers to stay away from flooded roadways.
Don't do it. You do not know how deep the water is or how fast it is running.
Utility crews in Dare County standing by, ready to respond to any power outages. The massive hurricane now growing in size as it moves towards the northeast. The storm causing powerful rip currents from Florida to Maine.
It's brutal. It's so strong out there, and the undertow is honestly dangerous.
Many beaches shut down, including in New York City, where these surfers couldn't resist the waves that could reach up to 20 feet high today. Officials on the New Jersey shore warning people to not only stay out of the water, but off the beach entirely.
You can get a rogue set of waves coming in, and if you're on the beach, comes in, or take your feet right out from under you and pull you right out.
Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
Scary stuff, and people here in Maine need to pay attention to those rip currents as well. We had some problems off the coast, especially in southern Maine last week, and they're concerned the same thing will happen as this storm continues to work north. So just be careful if you're going into the water.
Yeah, definitely, especially if there's no lifeguard.
Yeah.
All right, the time now is 6:18.
Let's get a full look at your forecast.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much on this Thursday. A little bit of fog developing near Bar Harbor this morning, but otherwise most of us looking pretty good. Otherwise, a focus on Hurricane Erin. Small craft advisories and high surf advisories both posted until 2 p.m. as we head towards your Saturday. Meanwhile, wave heights are increasing at around 3 to 5 feet according to the buoys, 7 feet further down toward the south. And look further down. We have other places along the coast up to around 13 to 18 feet, and it gets even worse farther out towards sea. This hurricane is really stirring up the ocean at this moment in time. Water temperatures for us are not too bad in the upper 60s and still upper 60s according to this buoy farther out towards sea. And here's the latest with this system. It's tracking off towards the north and a little bit to the northeast as a Category 2 hurricane. It's trying to get a little bit bit more energy with it. The ocean temperature is a little bit warmer here in the 80s, but the latest info that we have has it at around 105 miles per hour. Some gusts at around 125 miles per hour, moving towards the north-northeast at around 17 miles per hour. Some tropical storm warnings are posted at this moment in time. And as it continues to track towards the northeast, again, it's going to weaken, but still maintain Category 2 status, really speeding up. But again, this path, just for the center of the storm, effects will span further beyond the cone, but you get the general idea. It's going to speed up over the next day or so, but effects will be felt beyond this cone. So again, we have advisories up along the coast at this time. But you can see the clouds are spanning. These are from Hurricane Aaron, but on land, you're not really going to notice it all that much. Again, there's Hurricane Aaron right there, but on land, we're looking pretty good across the state this morning. But futurecast moving forward today, we're going to see a lot of sunshine, some clouds to the north. Those are Hurricane Aaron clouds right there. We'll be under a mostly clear sky for us later on tonight. And as we head towards your Friday, a nice day, some clouds from Hurricane Aaron to the south, and really, that's about it. Your forecast for today, we have low 80s, mostly sunny, and that southeast wind at about 5 miles per hour. By tonight, we have upper 40s, mostly clear, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, we have low 80s, mostly sunny, and that north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast, showing a partly cloudy sky for your Saturday with highs in the mid 80s, and then upper 70s for your Sunday under a mostly cloudy sky and thunderstorm chances, and some showers too for your Monday with highs in the mid 70s.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
It's the biggest homeowner mistakes. Do-it-yourself lumberjack? Better leave it to the pros. Unless you want natural skylights, doing your own electrical work is dangerous, and the results could be shocking. But letting just anyone replace your windows? Biggest mistake ever. Be a happy homeowner and leave this one to the best. The certified master installers at Renewal by Anderson. And for a limited time, get the best for less with this special offer.
Howdy. I'm George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation, and this is our crew, the Apple Hill Stables Gang, and we are here to welcome you to the officially PRCA-sanctioned Apple Hill Stable Rodeo. There will be saddle and bareback riding. Barrel racing and bull riding. Calf roping and more. That's the Apple Hill Stables PRCA Rodeo. Y'all come on down now, you hear? The 7th Annual Charity Rodeo, September 5th, 6th, and 7th. All proceeds go to the Shriners Hospital and Make-A-Wish of Maine. This event is sold out in past years, so get your tickets now online at applehillstablesllc.com.
The Farmer's Table in Corinna brings you outstanding breakfasts, lunches, and dinners made from farm-grown fresh ingredients. Dinner specials are available every day. Enjoy our homemade desserts, and above all, bring your appetite to the Farmer's Table in Corinna.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
President Trump's crime crackdown in the nation's capital is heating up, with the U.S. Marshals now offering a reward for tips leading to arrests. The Department of Justice also launching an investigation to find out if city officials are lowballing their crime stats. Fox News correspondent Rebecca Castor has more.
Vice President J.D. Vance and the Secretary of Defense meeting with National Guard soldiers deployed in D.C. as the federal takeover of the city's police force continues.
In just the past 9 days, we've seen a 35% reduction in violent crime. We've seen over a 50% reduction in robberies. We are seeing really substantial effects.
Troops from 6 red states, including West Virginia, South Carolina, and Louisiana, are arriving in the nation's capital to deter crime simply with their presence. But the city's mayor thinks it's gone a bit too far.
I don't think the National Guard should be used for law enforcement. They have to be used on their, on mission-specific items that benefit the nation.
As of Wednesday, there have been more than 550 arrests and 76 illegal guns taken off the streets. Now the U.S. Marshals are offering $500 rewards for tips leading to more arrests.
I think it's a good idea to a certain extent.
There's not enough crime in the city to warrant a federal tip line being set up.
The city's data does show crime is at a 30-year low, but the Department of Justice is investigating claims that the police force manipulated its stats.
We know that D.C. has been an incredibly unsafe place to live for a very long time.
A Washington Post poll finds that most D.C. residents are strongly against the federal takeover, and 65% say they don't think it will make the city safer. In Washington, Rebecca Castor, Fox News.
Israel's military is preparing to invade and occupy Gaza City. On Wednesday, Defense Minister Israel Katz approved plans for the next phase, which includes calling up to 60,000 reservists and extending the service of another 20,000. The IDF is now urging Palestinians in Gaza City to head south, a move aid groups warn could deepen Gaza's humanitarian crisis. The expansion of the Israeli operations there is likely to bring even more death and destruction to Gaza, about which 75% is already largely destroyed and controlled by Israel. But negotiators are still scrambling to get a ceasefire done. Earlier this week, Hamas agreed to a 60-day ceasefire that would see the release of half of the living Israeli hostages. Israel is still weighing its response, though Qatari officials say the deal is similar to the U.S.-backed proposal that Israel previously approved.
Well, 2 sailors have minor injuries after a fire broke out on the United States warship, the USS New Orleans, off the coast of Japan on Wednesday. The U.S. Navy's 7th Fleet says the fire ignited on the ship's amphibious transport dock and has been extinguished. Reports say the fire lasted for 12 hours. The USS San Diego, another U.S. warship, the Japanese Coast Guard, and military helped the USS New Orleans put out the fire. The U.S. Navy's 7th Fleet says an investigation is underway to figure out what caused it.
After weeks of debate and protests, the Republican-controlled Texas House sent new congressional maps to the state Senate that will likely favor their party in the upcoming midterm elections. Now, lawmakers in other states are looking to do the same. Today, the California legislature will vote on their own plan to redraw their congressional maps. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in Washington with the details.
This morning, the controversial plan to redraw the congressional map in Texas appears to be a done deal. Lawmakers in Texas voting along party lines with all 88 House Republicans backing the bill that could give Republicans 5 additional seats in Congress in next year's midterm elections. The new maps were drawn at the request of President Trump in an effort to keep Republicans in control of Congress next year. The president posting on social media overnight saying, quote, "Big win for the great state of Texas. Everything passed, on our way to 5 more congressional seats and saving your rights." It comes more than 2 weeks after dozens of Democrats left the state to delay the vote. Democratic lawmakers were later assigned mandatory police escorts to make sure they wouldn't leave the state again.
They're trying to harm people of color with these rigged maps. The fight is personal to me, and I'm going to fight with every fiber in my body.
Democrats say the new maps were drawn based on race, which is illegal, but Republicans say the move is purely political and therefore legal. Now, governors in Democratic-led states are threatening to do the same thing. New York Governor Kathy Hochul tweeting "Game on" in response to the news. California Governor Gavin Newsom posting "It's on, Texas." To counter Texas's move, Newsom has vowed to push through a new California map, temporarily redrawing districts for the next few elections in a bid to reclaim 5 seats for Democrats. Today, the California legislature will vote on a plan to redraw their congressional maps. If it passes, it still needs to be approved by California voters. Former President Obama now backing Newsom's plan, saying it's, quote, "designed to address a very particular problem at a very particular moment in time." Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
President Trump declaring on Truth Social that museums around the country are too woke, and he wants the feds to investigate. The White House already announced a review of exhibits at the Smithsonian, and now the president is telling the Justice Department to examine other museums, comparing the process to his legal actions against so-called woke colleges and universities. In a post on social media, Trump writing in part, quote, "Everything discussed is how horrible our country is, how bad slavery was, and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been. Nothing about success." The White House is claiming the effort is about making sure museums present a positive view of America, but most curators around the country say they'll resist any changes forced by the government, saying politics should not play a role in running museums. The White House is hoping to finish its content review before the start of America's 250th birthday celebration next year.
And coming up on the second half of the newscast, a Washington County company is looking at different ways to look at the state's natural beauty. We'll have those details.
That and more straight ahead on Good Morning Maine.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Wake up to a sausage McMuffin with egg for $3 and any size iced coffee for $1.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Spring into action with Comfort Shoes and More. From expert fittings to custom orthotics, their trained Podorthix team will help you find the perfect fit. Whether you're walking, running, dressing up or down, shop top brands like Birkenstock, Keen, Teva, Taos, UFOs, Hoka, SAS, and more. Don't let foot pain slow you down. Take the drive to Newport for a sit and fit today. Comfort Shoes and More. You and your feet will be glad you did.
Make your dream deck a reality with help from Hammond Lumber Company. Choose from traditional wood, affordable PVC, or beautiful low-maintenance composite decking. Hammond offers a variety of railing options too, including cable railing. Your Hammond sales rep will help you prepare your materials list and cost estimate and ensure you have everything you need. And Hammond delivers from 34 locations across Maine and New Hampshire. To get started on your new dream deck, bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Grab any size iced coffee for $1.29 and pair it with a bagel sandwich.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. Today is Thursday, August 21st, 2025, and it is also National Senior Citizens Day.
This holiday is a day to let senior citizens in our lives know how much you care. Today's seniors are active in our communities and continue to have a strong presence in the workforce. It's an opportunity to recognize their accomplishments and to also raise awareness about issues that impact the quality of life for seniors.
Some of the best conversations I've had have been with seniors. You can learn so much from them.
I know, and it's a different perspective too, and you have to give that perspective a lot of credit.
Yeah. All right, time for some history. It was on this day back in 1831. Nat Turner launched a violent slave rebellion in Virginia, resulting in the deaths of 55 white people. Scores of black people were also killed in retribution after the rebellion, and Turner were executed. After the rebellion was quashed and Turner was executed. In 1841, the Venetian blind was patented by John Hampton. He noted in that patent that it had 3 benefits, including greater durability, easier operation, and more economical as well. Thank goodness for Venetian blinds. I know. In 1911, Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa was stolen from the Louvre Museum in Paris. It was recovered 2 years later in Italy. And in 1920, Christopher Robin Milne, I think that's how you say his name, was born in England, the son of accomplished writer A.A. Milne. Christopher's name would be immortalized in his father's book, Winnie the Pooh and the House at Pooh Corner. The family had moved to a farm in Sussex, and the nearby forest inspired the 100-acre wood where Winnie the Pooh's adventures would be set. And that's the real Christopher Robin.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know he named it after his son.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
In 1944, the U.S., Britain, China, and the Soviet Union began talks in Washington that helped pave the way for the establishment of the United Nations. In 1959, Hawaii became the 50th state, and another star was added to the American flag a year later. In 1969, Donald and Doris Fisher opened the first Gap store in San Francisco. The only items for sale were men's Levi jeans, along with records and tapes.
I used to love going to the Gap.
I know.
They had some great stuff there.
The only one I know of now, I think there was still one in Freeport.
Is there?
And I loved that outlet. Yeah.
I don't know.
I know, it's kind of phasing out. It's crazy. In 1992, an 11-day siege began at the cabin of white separatist Randy Weaver in Ruby Ridge, Idaho. Government agents attempted to arrest him for failing to appear in court after he sold 2 sawed-off shotguns. Weaver's wife, teenage son, and a U.S. Marshal were killed during the siege. Yeah. I think what tipped it off was a U.S. Marshal killing his dog.
Was that what happened there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was also, a known white supremacist, and there's all sorts of stuff there with that story.
They're also saying this siege inspired Timothy McVeigh to blow up the Oklahoma City Federal Building as well.
Right. There was another one in Idaho recently, and it kind of gave Ruby Ridge vibes, so there was concern about that as well.
All right, let's move on to birthdays. Today's birthdays include actress Hayden Panettiere. I think that's how you say her name. She's 36 today. Country singer Casey Musgraves, who has performed here in Bangor, is 37.
I love Casey.
And actress Carrie-Anne Moss from the Matrix movies is 58 years old. I think you'd like her too. I don't know if you watched those movies, but...
I like the first one. I didn't see the other one, so...
Carrie's very strong woman, plays a lot of those roles.
Cool.
And, happy birthday to them and to you too, if your birthday is today.
Yeah.
3 women today.
Yeah, I know. I think the other day I had 3 guys.
Did you?
We try to balance it out a little bit. All right, now let's get a look at that forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much. On this Thursday, our focus is turning more toward Hurricane Aaron as we're going to feel some effects along the coast with small craft advisories and high surf advisories posted, both expiring at 2 p.m. as we head towards your Saturday. So please be careful if you're going to be along the coast. If you're going to be inland, you're not really going to notice the system much at all. But meanwhile, our radar and satellite, very quiet inland this morning as some clouds are over the ocean, but again, inland we're very quiet as we do start things off. But there's Hurricane Aaron, and that's where these clouds are coming from. A lot of fanfare with the system, some lightning out there, and some other areas seeing some fanfare. But again, for us, not looking too bad as we do start things off. Futurecast for us today, some clouds to the north, but for us, a lot of sunshine, some clouds from Hurricane Aaron to the south. But again, for us, we're looking pretty good. So for today, we have low 80s under a mostly sunny sky and at southeast wind at about 5 miles per hour. For tonight, we have upper 40s under a mostly clear sky and the wind overall looking nice and calm. And for tomorrow, we have lower 80s, mostly sunny and at north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. The hourly forecast, lots of sunshine today with temperatures warming into the 80s. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Craig and Emma?
Looks great.
Thank you, Devin. Well, a company based in Washington County is showcasing Maine's beauty and culture from a unique perspective.
Our Grace Blanchard shares more.
Just have a lot of fun with it, and it's always something new sometimes, so it's never boring, which is what I really like about it.
What started as a hobby has turned into a full-time business for Ryan Malagara and his drone.
I just started going out having fun with it. It was just fun. I couldn't wait to use it and to share, the beautiful images and videos with people in the area.
After just a year of being a certified drone pilot, he launched his business Drone's Eye View Inc. in 2016, which has since developed into a ground and aerial videography service.
I sometimes go to a spot and it doesn't even look that impressive. When I bring the drone up in the air, it just gives this whole new perspective.
His work takes him all across the state. capturing some of Maine's most iconic places at heights of around 400 feet.
So I get to really see how amazingly beautiful this state is. And that's probably what I love most about it. And I get to meet a lot of really awesome people.
His photography has received numerous awards, and in 2023, he was recognized as the Machias Bay Area Chamber of Commerce Business of the Year. He also aims to attract more tourism by capturing the beauty and culture of Maine's communities.
By seeing my work, I mean, I want people to come here and enjoy Maine. And it's vacation land. The commerce here is dependent upon tourism.
In Machias, Grace Blanchard, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Shot.
I love it. Getting a new perspective is never a bad idea.
Yeah.
All right, right after the break, Jack Webb will have our sports updates.
Don't go away.
If you haven't walked through the showroom at Davis Brothers Furniture in a while, we invite you to come take a look. At Davis Brothers, we've always strived to stand out from the rest. For decades now, the goal has been the same. Give people a reason to travel from all over the state and beyond to Davis Brothers Furniture in Guilford. Everything in our showroom is designed with you in mind, from a rustic lodge and barn look to traditional and even contemporary furniture. It's more than just a unique look, it's a lifestyle. Davis Brothers Furniture, deliberately different.
When your vehicle needs a little help, we can point you in the right direction. You'll find Maine's largest network of good, better, and best parts and service for everything you do. It's good to know you'll find just what you need when you need it. With better quality parts to help your vehicle outperform every expectation. And the best service, expertise, and advice from the people who know parts. Whether you're at work or play, we're here for you. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
For years, thousands of Mainers were denied their full Social Security benefits, even though they earned them. They were firefighters, police, and teachers. Senator Susan Collins took up their fight, never gave up, and she won. Collins wrote the bipartisan bill to restore full Social Security benefits to public servants. Maine's police and firefighters praised Senator Collins' leadership and dedication. Teachers called it an historic win. Call, thank Senator Collins, and tell her to keep fighting and winning for Maine.
Welcome back in, folks. The Maine women's basketball team will have 7 new faces on the roster this year, including a former Maine high school basketball standout. Gardner's Lizzie Gruber has returned home to play for the Black Bears. She spent the first 2 years of her college career at St. Joseph's in Philly. Here's Gruber on her decision to come back and play in Orono.
It's never an easy decision, no matter where you're going or where you're coming from. I had amazing friends down at St. Joe's. I had a good experience overall. I think I realized really quickly that there really is no place like home. Just being surrounded by people that you know and love you, and I have people that from my childhood that are not texting me saying they're going to come to games, and that just means a lot. It's hard not to just love the place you come from. I'm not sure if it's like that everywhere or if it's just like a Mainer thing that where we love where we come from, and it's an honor to wear a Maine across your chest, and I'm really happy to be one of the 14 girls here who can do that.
Coach Vachon and her staff were familiar with the 6'4" forward from recruiting her out of high school and can confirm her character and work ethic has not changed.
Lizzie's great. I mean, we recruited her out of high school, and so we knew what kind of young woman she was, and a great person. Honestly, we didn't know kind of what we were going to get with a player because we hadn't seen her play in a couple of years. But she's come in and she's working really, really hard, and she usually competes against Addie in practices. And so, no, she's been awesome, and we're excited that she's back.
Great to see a Mainer who cares about the state come back and represent the Black Bears. Speaking of Maine basketball, the America East released the 2026 conference play schedule on Tuesday. Starting with the women, they open up at UMass Lowell on New Year's Day, followed by a trip to Bryant that same weekend. They then return to the Pit for 3 home games in a row before hitting the road for 3, and they'll finish with UNH, Albany, Binghamton all at home as they fight for playoff seeding. As for the men, they began conference play with a rematch of last year's conference championship game in the pit as they'll take on the Bryant Bulldogs. They then hit the road for a 3-game road trip before a 3-game home stand. The Black Bears will finish this year against UMass Lowell for the 3rd straight season, a game that Maine has used to propel themselves into the playoffs the past 2 years. Final round action from the Charlie's Maine Open on Wednesday. A lot of golfers in the red today, including amateur Daniel Suter from Maryland, who drains an eagle on 18. He was 2 under today and even for the tournament. Mainer Sean Warren of Falmouth with another great round today and a great chip here out of the beach on 18. Sean finishing 4th overall, 8 under on the tournament. James Amai out of Davenport, Florida with a beautiful birdie putt here on 15. He was 3 under today, 10 under for the tournament, finishing 3rd overall. Jacob Solon, the lefty from Pennsylvania, going wire to wire. He was 1 under today, 14 under on the tournament. Here just missing the birdie putt on 14, but he would hang on to win the Maine Open Championship. Maine's version of the Daytona 500, the Oxford 250, will go green this Sunday night from historic Oxford Plains Speedway. Another huge crowd is expected with a full field set to go. Besides being one of the nation's top short track races, it also is perhaps the most unique. You can have the fastest car at Oxford and still finish last. It's a combination of speed, skill, and timely pit stops that are key to success, not to mention getting a great Sunday morning draw, which determines a driver's starting position. Farmingdale's Johnny Clark won this great race back in 2020, but with no fans in the stands due to the pandemic, he's hoping to find his way back to victory lane, only this time with a sold-out crowd on hand.
Yeah, that's what I always felt like was missing, was the roar of the crowd there in 2020, but wouldn't trade it for nothing to win that 250, but it's just made me hungrier for that second one, and I feel like everything's lining up for us now. We've had some really good runs here this year, so hopefully we've got the right recipe for Sunday to make it all happen.
Good luck to all the racers on Sunday. The Boston Red Sox lost their 3rd straight game on Tuesday night and their 2nd straight to the Baltimore Orioles. Sox losing in extras by a score of 4-3 after stranding 13 base runners and going 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position. In the 8th inning, the Sox found themselves with the bases loaded, nobody out, and proceeded to strike out 3 batters in a row. In the 11th inning, the Sox had Nick Eaton on 3rd base and decided not to have him tag up after a ball hit deep to center field, a decision fans were not happy about. Here's Cora on why they held off.
That's an impact arm in center field. We prepare before the series, and we decide who we're going to challenge and not, so we didn't challenge him.
Is that Eaton's call to stop, or is Hudson telling him?
We prepare before the series, and that's an impact arm, and we decided not to challenge him.
Hoping those Sox can get back on track. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. With SUVs for life's adventures, trucks as dependable as the people who drive them, EVs to charge up a summer of no limits, and American legends that need no introduction. This summer, Chevy drives America.
Get 0% financing on this 2025 Silverado. That's over $7,500 total value when you finance with GM Financial. Plus, current Chevy owners get $3,750 owner loyalty cash.
At China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, we're serving up your Chinese favorites. Our food is delicious, our staff is friendly, and our service is fast. Open Tuesday through Sunday, call ahead, order online, or just stop by. Enjoy our indoor dining for the full experience, or get takeout that the whole family will enjoy. We'll make sure your cravings are satisfied. China Walk on Broadway in Bangor, where tradition meets flavor.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a great place to work. The team here provided me with all the opportunities and experience necessary to grow within the company, all while working around my busy college schedule. They provided all the necessary licensing and training. It truly was the job that kickstarted my career.
Autumn of Life Home Care is a licensed agency with personal support specialists.
Let our compassionate, reliable, considerate caregivers make your life a little easier by providing assistance for you or your loved one.
Autumn of Life Home Care. We focus on you.
An amazing sculpture is taking shape outside a motel in Searsport.
Our chief photographer, Dave Simpson, got a first-hand look.
I was introduced to this medium of sculpting by a local artist I had seen when I was 16 and was intrigued by it. Now back in 2020, that was the kind of catapult of my career when I did the King's carving. Tabitha had commissioned me to do a piece at her and Stephen's house in Bangor, and after that it was just carving after carving, phone call, emails, and I've been super busy and blessed ever since. And this is something that just kind of represents the area. They really like Poseidon, the overall just his power, his presence over the seas. I mean, you can see the ocean from their windows when you look out. I like to observe it from afar, and it really just, it helps me get that look to make sure things are proportioned and lifelike. All day people beeping, waving, thumbs up, so that always makes me feel good and it pushes me.
And they're all over Wisconsin too, but nothing this fancy. This is extra special.
When I work for people to take what they're picturing in their mind and me to take it into my mind, transfer it onto the piece of wood, and hopefully nail what they were imagining.
Boy, that's really neat. I was reading earlier, too, that the new owners of that motel, they found a tree was damaged by a storm or something like that, and rather than cutting the tree down, they decided to turn it into a work of art.
Love it. Yeah,
So,
that's
yeah.
a great thing to do, and they're supporting a local artist.
Yeah.
I've never seen a chainsaw sculpture like that. Really, a lot of detail.
The guy's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get another look at that forecast with Devin Biggs.
Alrighty, Craig and Emma, thank you very much on this Thursday. A little bit of fog developing near Bar Harbor this morning, but otherwise most of us looking pretty good. Otherwise, a focus on Hurricane Aaron. Small craft advisories and high surf advisories both posted until 2 p.m. as we head towards your Saturday. Meanwhile, wave heights are increasing at around 3 to 5 feet according to the buoys, 7 feet further down toward the south. And look further down. We have other places along the coast up to around 13 to 18 feet, and it gets even worse farther out towards sea. This hurricane is really stirring up the ocean at this moment in time. Water temperatures for us are not too bad in the upper 60s and still upper 60s according to this buoy farther out towards sea. And here's the latest with this system. It's tracking off towards the north and a little bit to the northeast as a Category 2 hurricane. It's trying to get a little bit more energy with it. The ocean temperature is a little bit warmer here in the 80s, but the latest info that we have has it at around 105 miles per hour. Some gusts at around 125 miles per hour, moving towards the north-northeast at around 17 miles per hour. Some tropical storm warnings are posted at this moment in time. And as it continues to track towards the northeast, again, it's going to weaken, but still maintain Category 2 status, really speeding up. But again, this path, just for the center of the storm, effects will span further beyond the cone, but you get the general idea. It's going to speed up over the next day or so, but effects will be felt beyond this cone. So again, we have advisories up along the coast at this time. But you can see the clouds are spanning. These are from Hurricane Aaron, but on land, you're not really going to notice it all that much. Again, there's Hurricane Aaron right there, but on land, we're looking pretty good across the state this morning. But futurecasts moving forward today, we're going to see a lot of sunshine, some clouds to the north. Those are Hurricane Aaron clouds right there. We'll be under a mostly clear sky for us later on tonight. And as we head towards your Friday, a nice day, some clouds from Hurricane Aaron to the south, and really, that's about it. Your forecast for today, we have low 80s, mostly sunny, and that southeast wind at about 5 miles per hour. By tonight, we have upper 40s, mostly clear, and the wind overall looking nice and calm. For tomorrow, we have low 80s, mostly sunny, and that north wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's check out your extended forecast, showing a partly cloudy sky for your Saturday with highs in the mid-80s, and then upper 70s for your Sunday under a mostly cloudy sky and thunderstorm chances, and some showers too for your Monday with highs in the mid-70s.
Come one, come all. Penobscot County's oldest furniture store is having a spectacular liquidation event. You heard right, it hasn't happened in years, but things are piling up and it's time to move them out. Dorsey's annual tent sale is back. The discounts are huge and the selection is amazing. You'll save at least 50% under the tent with deals on recliners, sofas, bar stools, occasional tables, bedroom furniture, dining room sets, mattresses, and more. Hurry in! Furniture at these prices won't last long.
Looking for the perfect gift? Come explore the Purple Baboon. Sweatshirts, t-shirts, jewelry, inspiring local books, one-of-a-kind treasures and souvenirs, they have something for everyone. The Purple Baboon, the best selection at great prices. 31 Front Street, Belfast.
The $7,500 federal tax credit for eligible electric vehicles is ending. Must take delivery by September 30th, 2025. Visit Court Cadillac in Bangor.
When outdoors, some people like it hot and some people like it cold. However, when indoors, most people like it comfortably warm. Choose a Boderas boiler from McCusick Petroleum Company to provide you with comfortable and efficient heat. They also offer sales and service on many brands of furnaces, boilers, and water heaters. McCusick Petroleum Company delivers oil and LP gas to homes and businesses throughout the Pequot region. If you'd like more information on pricing or service, call or stop by our office in Dover Foxcroft.
A national survey confirms what many of us already know. If you're looking for adventure, Maine is the place to be. According to a new survey by betternurse.org, which is a nursing career and education platform, more travelers are ditching passive vacations for getaways that challenge both the body and the brain, saying these trips, quote, don't just give you sore calves, they give you stories. The survey polled a little over 3,000 people on the active destinations they most want to experience this year, and 3 main destinations made the list. Bar Harbor broke the top 20, coming in at 19th, with Acadia National Park being a major draw. Greenville came in 26th, thanks to sites like Moosehead, Lake, and Mount Kineo. And Camden, Maine came in 73rd.
Some of the old favorites.
I know.
Yeah.
I know there's all sorts of places here and there and in between those places in Maine as well.
I think we're lucky to be living in a state. We don't have to, we can visit them all the time if we want.
Absolutely.
So,
I know, I love it in Maine. All right, it does look like we're running out of time, though. If you missed anything, you can head to foxbangor.com.
Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful day.